Hey, welcome to the channel tonight. We got some interesting stuff to go over. Got a few things we're going to have to address. And if you're brand new to the channel, give you an idea. And you're happen to catch the live show tonight. It is a live question and answer. You can feel free to talk to me, ask me questions, whatever you want to do. It's completely open, and you feel free to just ask a question, ask away. Also, the gist of the conversation, usually on Tuesday nights, is pretty much you'll find a lot of car dealers, car enthusiasts, and stuff like that on this channel. And they also offer a lot of great information. And everybody just kind of shares what they're thinking or what's on their mind, whatever the time. So definitely enjoy the show and chime in. We definitely appreciate it. And that's what we're all about. And if you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe to us, it would be awfully nice if you did. We're trying to grow our channel. And we come on the air every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. That's what we attempt to do. Now, a lot of people have given us a lot of love out because of the storms that hit Richmond. We had several tornadoes, one fatality. It was kind of crazy yesterday, to be honest. It was a little crazy, but you know what? All safe and sound, no complaints here, and still paying for our brothers and sisters down in North Carolina, South Carolina. Oh, that's just a mess, which is right down the road from us too. All right, so you probably noticed on our channel we have Littlefoot Rick Dyer. That's his new name. I'm giving him a new name, Littlefoot Rick Dyer. So I didn't even know who this guy was till somebody mentioned him, and that's okay. I mean, YouTube's a big place, car business is a huge place, no problem. And so this guy, he makes a video about how he actually implied myself and other people that are on the channel. I guess we give out bad advice and don't know what we're doing, and on and on. It's old school, and he kind of dissed us a little bit, and that's okay. We're all about that. So, me being the car man, I went ahead and checked his ass out and see who he is. Who is Rick Dyer? Well, you're not even going to believe this. So this guy, you just can't make this stuff up. So this guy apparently claimed to have shot and captured Bigfoot. That's right, Bigfoot. And not only did he claim to seriously catch him and capture him, he then went and told everybody that he did. I mean, credible news sources and, different places. And later it was found out that it was he said that the first go around, if I understand this correctly, please people jump in and help me out with this cat if you can. But he apparently told folks that the Men in Black or somebody had ganked the original Bigfoot, so he was forced to do a fake one, and he calls himself out. He says, "Yeah, it was a scam. I was lying." Enough shame in that all by itself, which I'm telling you, man, you can't make this stuff up. It does not surprise me he's in the used car business. And then I find out that one go around wasn't enough. He then gets involved with another Bigfoot scam, and he turns around and he takes it on tour. He literally he puts this thing off as a legit creature that he's caught and killed at a homeless camp. I'm learning this all today, so correct me if I'm off by just a little bit. And not only did he catch it in a homeless camp, he shot him and, got him, froze him. And anyway, at the end of the story, he goes on tour and he lies to tens of thousands of people. I ain't never seen anybody this hated. I mean, you're right up there. I mean, I don't know how you get this disliked, but this guy is disliked. And so he scams people out of $20 bills or $10 bills, and they come and see it. And he's lying to the news channels, doing radio, even does a news conference and somewhere in California. And it's just like this guy just doesn't know when to say when. Well, it turns out that that's a scam too. And then the guy that writes the article, he's like, well, he used to be a used car salesman. And then Rick, of course, he says, no, I wasn't. I had a car lot before the Bigfoot scandals. This Bigfoot thing goes on for years and years, but it's just what I heard. I don't know the guy, but this apparently all over the internet. And he starts by saying we don't give our good advice by saying that he is a Bigfoot scammer and whatever else words he used. But basically, he's a liar. And he's quite proud of it. You can look at his interviews. He's like, yeah, I made a lot of money off of it. I lied. I don't care. It's all it was making money. And then it gets into a few other things come up. selling cars on eBay without titles. Like I said, I don't know if that's true or not, just attached to his name. And blames that on someone else, like his wife or something. I don't know. I don't know what the story is. Don't know the man personally. I'm just saying that this is all the stuff that's coming up on him. And then Bigfoot Tow Company was an issue, some scandalous activity with that. And then we turn around and some car dealers chasing him around Arkansas over something. I don't know. This thing is like a train wreck. So I'm like, who in the hell is this guy that is sitting there getting on our channel and trying to critique us? Well, Rick, I can tell you this. I'm lived in Texas. I know quite a bit about it. I know McKinney Ford. I got friends there at the Subaru store, West Loop Dodge. I got people on the south side of Dallas. Been to Austin several times on conferences in the 20 group, and I don't remember ever seeing you there. But that's okay. I'm sure you were doing Bigfoot business. But anyway, he apparently this is what the guy does. So, and then it also goes in to say that he tries to get controversy going with other people. And, you know, he's just like all about the attention and trying to do it. So he literally puts out a video yesterday with my name on it, I'm sure for clickbait. And he brings out some complaints. So I decided, well, you know what? I wasn't even going to address the guy because I don't even want to be associated with that, which I think everyone watching can definitely understand. But I don't really want it out there without me at least clarifying, because he tried to make some valid points. He tried. But he twisted a little bit. So I'm going to clarify what the guy was going through and what he was saying. He was trying to make it sound like we advocate not to go get a car dealer's license. And, you know, that's not the case, Rick. We actually, almost everyone here are car people, car dealers. That's what we do. And we talk about different ways to make money and what we can do with it. Now, you could word clip and change this and change that, but not cool, my brother. Not cool. But hold on. I got to get to my chat here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Chat. Turn chat on. Chat. Oh, well. Might not have chat tonight. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can chat. I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to put that right there and see if we can chat. Okay, that's me, but I don't know. I don't know how to get the group chat turned on this one. This is something new and different. Okay. So anyway, so this guy goes through it, and he's basically ramming us, and he says, hey, the car man's giving out bad advice. People, you should never put cars in your name and resell them. It is illegal. Okay. Rick, you're a retard. There is no government in the world that can tell you you can't own something and resell it. They can quantify how many you can actually do, which was what we were saying. Second, we never we were talking. We were telling people, yeah, car dealers. That's what you want to do. That's what you're going to be. Then go get a dealer's license. In the story, it's not. We don't have that conversation here. It's not even. It's not relevant. Doesn't matter. So the next thing we got into, or he gets into, is he's like, hey, this guy, he's calling me. Basically, he says, let's see, what did he do? Jen's in the background. He said, one, we don't advocate dealer's license. Come on, this is a dealer group. And
Title hopping.
Yeah, title hopping, which once again, we're a dealer group. It doesn't even come up. And he says that he's doing this for the benefit of all the people he loves. Well, okay, hey, I'm feeling you, brother. But let's break that down for a second. You told people by the tens of thousands that you were some magnificent Bigfoot hunter, which is ridiculous for even addressing this, but you did. And you bald-faced lied to them. And not only did you not learn your lesson, you turned around and did it again, which is fraudulent, sir. And that is what fraud is. You are a liar. So do not pretend as if that you care about the well-being of either people that are on my channel, yours, or anyone else's. So it really comes down to, what is this guy's goal? What's he about? Well, it's pretty simple. After listening to his video, I dissected it. He said a few key things that I thought were pretty relevant. One, he talked about the customers that buy his cars. And the customers he buys his cars, he basically called them outlaws. He said they don't know how to pay for nothing. They ain't paid for nothing in years. I'm going to teach them how to pay, or relearn them how to pay my bills, or whatever he's saying. And that he is only going to put them on the notes for 6 months. And because he's not going to fix anything on the car, because he's going to upgrade them after they show him he's going to pay, he's going to bump them up the ladder with a nicer car. And that he's not in the he's not a finance company and blah, blah, blah. This is his method, the new way that he is constructing out there to try to suck more car dealers in to pay him some kind of program so you can become rich like him. So keep researching. He's done another video where he's like, oh, well, I'm at 10 or 15 cars for the middle of the month or whatever, and on and on. And he says, I do about 60% cash and the other 40% financing. And after you realize this guy's a pretty small operation. I mean, that's okay. We all got to start somewhere, and that's good. But if he doesn't care about that, if he doesn't care about the customers, then he must care about the dealers. Like, there's got to be a reason that he's motivated to do this. He's caring about all these people. So I'm like, okay, he's a greedy capitalist. I can respect and agree and understand, and I can feel you on that, brother. Except he says that, you know what? When I get a car to the lot, I don't even vacuum the thing. I'm done. It drives to the lot. I'm good. Wow. Man, that's pretty impressive, Mr. Car Dealer. So if I had my wife and I sent her down to your car lot and bought a car, I can't buy it in good faith now, can I? Because you have sat there and told me publicly that you don't even bother to vacuum them. So guess what? As far as the ethics book, you just failed, because guess what you should do? You should do some type of safety inspection to make sure you are delivering a product that has some value or good to it. But life will teach you about getting rich quick, Mr. Dyer, because as soon as you sell a car that doesn't have the airbags in it because you're too stupid to check, and the car gets hit and someone gets killed, your 10 cars that are on your car lot are getting hooked and picked up by the bank because you're out of business. Or you turn around and you sell somebody a car with bad brakes on it and they drive through a stoplight and kill 2 people, you're out of business, because in this world, you're going to get your ass sued, which is us being responsible, trying to tell you ahead of time, hey, check this stuff, be careful, watch what you're putting out there, because you are liable. You can be like, oh, well, all cars are as is. Yeah, they're as is on federal paper, but they're not as is when you go into a courtroom and you're sitting in front of a jury of peers and go, hey, you sat there and told us it's okay to rip off people with your Bigfoot scams and your this and that. And then you turn around and say you don't even check these cars. Your customers are thieves, and you're just teaching them. You're teaching them because you're the good guy here, and you don't care. So what are you doing then? So the dealers, guys, wake up. This guy has ripped people off for a living. That's what he does. And the article says he's been everything from an electronic salesman to a shoe salesman to Bigfoot hoaxer. You name it. The list just goes on and on and on and on and on. Do not give this idiot your money. The only thing he cares about is what he's doing with his pockets, because he would not be putting you in a position of liability. This is bad, horrible advice. Please do not put cars out like this. If you're going to put cars out like this, you need to get out of the car business. Go do something else you can enjoy or do right. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. I'm just telling you that, guys, out straight from the heart, because it really kind of irritates me. Not that he cares about me. I don't care about him. Who cares about that? But, you know, don't propagate this on people. I mean, come on, dude. You don't give a shit about that. You don't care about who's watching your stuff. You got 1,200 videos out spanning from Ghostbusters to you getting tummy tucks. You are not a car man, nor are you a car guru, nor do you have a sound business ethical idea in order to propagate a profitable business. And you call yourself the king of cars. Well, there was a king of cars once upon a time. There still is one at the king at top of the hill. Y'all may have heard of him. J.D. Byrider, the guy died in a plane crash a while back. But that guy, if you buy one of his franchises, you're going to be rolling out about $1 million a year gross. Probably net yourself $300,000 to $400,000, depending on your expenses. Enterprise Rent-A-Cars, the biggest used car dealer on the planet and the biggest new car consumer. Those are the true king of the cars. You've got CAC. Any franchise dealer out there is going to throw away more in trades than this guy's ever seen in his life. And, you know, if I were you and you're just starting out, my best advice to you, please don't get caught up into these snake oil snake salesmen. You got guys like me that'll help you. There's plenty of guys out there that'll give you their side of it. Just give you an example. I seen Eric the car guy. I was watching this stuff. By the way, love his channel. Shout out Eric. Um, he goes a little thing about how he looks at cars to buy. Now he's not a used car dealer, but you know what? The guy's pretty thoughtful, and he's got some good stuff. Chris Fix, he does a lot of researching, and I mean he's not really a car dealer per se, but you know what? He does a hell of a job researching stuff, and he does a pretty ethical job of following through with it. You can catch on there, and you can jump on people like Brian Mobile One. That guy's awesome, man. He's funny. He knows what he's talking about. There's Southside Garage, man. Those guys together doing. There's plenty of people out there that specialize in stuff that can help you get along down the road. If you're worried about how to buy a car correctly, what you should look for, and things like that. And then there's plenty of guys out there that were car salesmen that'll give you the right aspects of that. And then there's car dealers that can, kind of guide you through that. These people out there trying to hose your ass for $400 or $500 around, thousand, whatever the amount of money is, doesn't even matter. Don't waste your time. They're a joke. It's not. Please don't take it serious. Every car dealer out there throws away the cars this guy's talking about. If it's $500 cars or $700 cars, you'll see me. I'll pick one up. I'll stick it out here and do videos on it because they're great, because they're destroyed and you can do all kinds of cool videos on it. But in the real world of flowing cars and sending stuff to auction and making money, doesn't exist. If you want to be a junk king, go right ahead. That's a whole new thing, and that's what this guy's doing. He's a get rich quick, no liability. He doesn't look at anything. He buys a car, he brings it, and whatever sucker runs up, he just puts it in there as long as he can, and then repos it, and just keeps redoing the cycle. That's a bad way to do business, guys. Will it work? Probably for a while, till somebody sues you, or you blindly buy 5 or 6 cars that are bad all at the same time, and now you don't have any more money to work with, because I'm assuming the people he's taking advantage of, his bread and butter, the dealers, are the ones that are probably supplementing his income right now, because he claims he has 100 people on his program. I don't know what program that is. Get rich quick, slap shit on the wall, hope it sticks. Is that your program? You don't have any customer service. You don't have any automotive experience to speak of. You have no formal training in any type of mechanical stuff that we're aware of. I don't know what you're bringing to the table. You're definitely not a salesperson. You don't have any ethics. You are proud that you are a scam artist. You proudly display that everywhere you go. I don't know what the guy brings to the table. So I would just tell you guys out there, please be aware of these snake salesmen, because if they're selling something, I'll put it to you this way, this is a car business truism that you can take with you to your death. If it doesn't make sense, and this goes for politics too, if it doesn't make sense, there's a buck in it somewhere. So what this guy cares about, who he's interested, is one person. And since he actually sold his wife out on one of I don't know if he actually did, but it says that he did. I don't know what this guy cares about. I mean, what the hell is he doing? He's made 1,200 videos of everything under the sun. So I'm assuming that he's trying to, and he says he's going to go on and he's going to go ahead and attack other people, or try to he's going to save the country, I guess, from YouTubers. And but at the end of the day, I'm going to guarantee you this: these are things Rick Dyer doesn't know anything about. He doesn't know shit, and I mean, got to clean that language up. He doesn't know anything about franchise business. He doesn't know anything about lift rates. He doesn't understand how to work drip programs. He doesn't understand how to work fleet programs. He doesn't understand inventory turn. He doesn't understand shit about the car business. He's a guy that came in at the very bottom, and he's sucking, he's got a little thing that's working a little bit, and he's trying to get all he can get out of it. I appreciate that, Rick. I do. I swear to God, I do. I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate you going out there and trying to hustle all the other car dealers. I can say guys up there getting it done, and he's trying to work. But I'm going to tell you what, you're going to get your feelings hurt, little boy, because what's going to happen is everybody out here that do this for a living, that get up every day and been working their ass off for years, you're going to jump on there and start crap with all these people. I hope they don't buy into it. But if they do, they're going to be mighty pissed off at you, and you're going to get a lot further with honey than you will with vinegar. So, I mean, I really wish you luck, buddy. I really do. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you're a scam artist. You're proud of it. What do you tell that? You can't fix stupid. You are a dumbass, sir. So we're going to let that ride. Okay, so I am done with Rick Dyer at the moment, and I'm going to go ahead and let that one ride. And if you need anything, I'm sorry about my messages not working out right now, but I am available 24/7, so to say. You can hit me on anything that I got, any video I got. You can pop it in and hit me up. So I also want to welcome a new dealer we got today. Shepherds out of North Carolina. They are, by the way, sorry about what you guys are going through. I understand it because we just hit the tornadoes, but they were that's a classic example. This is a dealer. I got a message from the other day, not to get too personal, but they they're out, they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to they're trying to get it going. They got a little dealer's license, and they're like, man, we're having a hard time getting acquiring inventory. So anyway, they end up changing where they're buying, and they're kind of getting their groove on, and and these people are, they're putting what they got into to make a business out of it, and I can respect that. I have a hard time respecting someone that takes someone like that and says, hey, I'm gonna tell you the quick, easy way to do it, and then open you up for all kinds of liability. That's like a big issue. But one of their problems they were having was inventory liability, or I'm sorry, inventory acquisition. Let's touch base on that real quick. One of the problems we're getting ready to have, you need to be prepared for while we're out there, is inventory is going to start drying up really quick because of what happened in this hurricane situation. It creates this huge vacuum for used cars. So you've got about a week or two before everything gets into full flow. But here if you're on the East Coast, in about 2 weeks, these used cars are going to go through the roof because they're going to be replaced because they're getting totaled and salvaged out by the tens of thousands, I'm sure. I didn't get an actual count, but you've seen the damage down there, so there's a ton of cars out there. So I was going to throw out that there tonight. If you get a chance to put a little extra stock out there, go ahead because it's a great time. You can buy cars this week at auction, sell them 3 weeks from now for probably close to retail at auto auction. Right?
Right.
Hey, what's up, Jen?
So I had to say hello to Autobuff and Mrs. Autobuff.
So I'm not in trouble. I didn't cuss.
No, and hey guys, it's TheCarMan's birthday on Friday, so I'm taking him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 21.
21, yes. But I had to say hi to everyone and thank you guys so much for your support.
Oh yeah, by the way,
love you guys. We have.
Here's the Autobuff. Thanks for getting kicked off of the Rick Dyer channel.
Yeah, and we're creating a special shirt just for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So stay tuned to that. And to our awesome graphic artist, you guys stay tuned.
Yeah, we got to give her a shout out, man. She's past ridiculous.
She's on the live broadcast tonight, and I just talked to her, and there are some awesome products that are going to be coming up in the Teespring store on our channel. You're going to be seeing all of our little sidekicks, and there's some car girl leggings and shirts and some really
we got some stuff on there. And you know what, guys, and especially the new dealers that were just on, we were just talking about this. If you're going to get into the car business these days, you really need that social media presence. You just got to have it because it's going to, number one, it's going to rank you higher to get you found faster when people, this is how they shop for cars right here. They just, that's it. It's on their cell phone. They don't even.
I'm back to packing, guys. Just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, we're going to Andy Griffin.
Griffith.
For my whole life, it's been Andy Griffin.
You're wrong your whole life.
I'm not wrong. Women. Don't worry. I'll straighten her out later. Okay. All right. So back to the getting some inventory early. I would advise that, guys, because I've been around this a long time. And what happens is there's going to be this huge vacuum that's going to happen. And you're going to be without inventory, and it's just going to drive the prices through the roof. So if you're a smaller guy, if you can afford to get 2 or 3 extra little cars or whatever you can get, it's the time to get them, because if you don't, it is going to be a huge vacuum. And also, chance favors the prepared mind. Remember, I told you that. If you can see something like this coming, and that there's going to be a huge void at the auto auctions for certain type cars. So if I were you, I would, be prepared to send them back through the auctions that are in some of these areas, because they'll bring really good money. They really will. So that's just a little tidbit right there for you in case you do. And, for our Toth and Note dealers out there, I did want to apologize. It sounded like Sean Beck got caught up into some of this he said, she said stuff with this guy. And Sean's a good dude. But I'm sure Sean doesn't care because he's just that kind of guy. But apologize on his behalf. And, you know, Sean, he was just talking the other day. He was like, hey, you know, man, he's got some paper. He sold it. Got him a little check. He's like, yeah, I'm going to pay some bills and all that. And gotta buy some cars and do it all he can, because that's what we do as car dealers. And yeah, Sean, you know, he's that guy's doing it right, man. That's how you do this kind of stuff. And you know, I don't fault people that do the tote the note thing, even on a short term. But if you think about it, it's not a lot of money. And if you take a 6-month loan, like what they were saying and this guy's saying, and you figure the type of clientele you got is paying $200 a month, you know, what are you looking at? A $1,200 profit, and you got to lose a third of that to Uncle Sam. Plus, you've got overhead and, you know, all the stuff that goes with taking it. It's not like it's just free money, like you have to pay. And if you were able to collect $300 a month, which is kind of the national average, I think on tote the note is about $50 or $60 a week. So $300 a month is kind of pushing it. But let's say you can do it. On 6 months, it's still only $1,800 minus, what do you think you're going to pay out in taxes on that $1,800? You're going to have to pay taxes, and then you got to turn around, and anything going on with the car, you're going to have to deal with. It takes space, it takes time. So to me, it doesn't seem to be a profitable, scalable way to do it. Now, if you don't particularly care about that, and if you're okay with that, that's not a bad idea. And if you feel good about the people that, you know, you're selling it to, by all means, go right ahead and give it around and do the best you can do with it. I don't fault the guy for, you know, using that plan or anything. My biggest beef probably is going to be that he's advising people to take on liability they should not take on, and also that he's not looking out for the customer's liability as far as their safety and all that stuff. So, you know, maybe I should get into a few things like that. He did kind of mention, hey, well, timing belts are not reasonable. You can't do that in the real world. Okay. But you can. First off, timing chains, you don't have to redo a timing chain just for maintenance, basically, or usually the life of the car. But you can check your oil, look for the metal flakes, whatever. Make sure your timing chain's good. You're not hearing anything ticking. You should be fine with that. I'll give you that. And most cars that have timing belts have a cover that you can access, and you can pull it off. And if it looks worn and cracked, go ahead and replace it. And if it doesn't, just let it rip. But those are little things that are kind of important. Checking around the fuel rail. Make sure there's no leaks. Exhaust leaks can be really detrimental to someone's health. Also, tires, you know, bad tires can really hurt people with no problem. And you just got to take care of stuff like that. Also, just kind of crawl under there and take a look at, you know, make sure you don't have any serious body damage, all that sort of thing. So you could for very little effort, very little money in the real life, you could deliver a decent product. Now, do the best you can. And if you can't afford to have somebody inspect it, get a list, figure out how to do it. Just go through and check off a few things. Hey, the tires look good. You know, I'm checking this. I don't see any serious leaks over here that could possibly cause a fire. Airbags look like they're in place. I mean, you know, you just go do some common sense stuff. Spend a little time with the car. You've got to do a little more than just drive it and not vacuum it. You've got to go and you got to make sure that you're selling that car to someone that can appreciate it, not appreciate it, but maybe they don't have the mechanical skills. They're not in the car business. They don't understand the danger they could put their family in by buying an auction car. Guys, I've seen cars from the auction burn down on the way out the gate. I've seen them die, you know, 5 seconds before they hit the lot and 5 seconds after they hit the lot. I mean, people do some bad stuff to cars at auto auctions. Not everybody, but I mean, it can happen. You can have some really bad stuff. And this guy's also talking about salvage and, you know, believe me, if you want to sell cars, it's no problem. You can, if you want to sell cheap cars, $500 cars, it's no problem. Just, you know, check it out, make sure it's reasonably decent. Then after it's reasonably decent, price it for a reasonably cheap price. You'll sell them like, if you buy a $500 car, it's basic transportation. You'll sell them all day long for $1,200 to $1,400. Period in the story. You buy an $800 car that looks halfway decent. That's a little better than a $500 car. You vacuum it, clean it up, make sure it's relatively decent. You're going to sell it for $15,000 to $2,000 all day long. And you know what? You can make a great living on that. And if you want to sell it for $29.95 and take down $1,000 down and take those payments over whatever amount of time, go right ahead. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But do make sure that you're looking out for your customers a little bit. And if you're new looking in this business, anyone on here, next time I'm on here, I'll make sure the group chat's on. But anybody that's in this business will tell you that you need to not be buying everything a snake salesman's selling. Period. In the story. Because if you take someone like what we're dealing with here, and they have such a record, and that record repeats. It's not ever going to change. Just because he's in cars this week doesn't mean that he won't be in Bigfoot next week. And guys, this is your hard-earned money. You're invested in your business. Look out for you and your family. Forget what this crap these people are trying to sell you. You don't need to buy anything. If you've already invested and got a dealer's license, believe me, I'll teach you how to buy cars. I got zillions of videos on it. You can contact me. I'll help you out. There's other channels out here you can reach out to. A lot of these mechanics are some damn good guys. Some of the people I just mentioned, I know for a fact most of them answer their questions, and you can reach out to almost anyone. So people will help you. You don't got to pay for it. There is no secret way to sell a shit car. What he's doing is he's selling them, hoping it sticks to the wall, and moving on. That's what he's doing. It's called getting rich quick. It's bad business. It's nothing new. They've been doing it since cars were around. It's just how it is. That's it. There's no smoking nothing. That's what it is. And he can say this is old school, but I don't think not ripping people off is old school. I think making sure people have a safe, deliverable car is just good common sense and good business. I don't think it's old school. And it doesn't make us bad people for looking out for other folks, because you know what? Not everybody's bad. And, the customer that chose you to do business with you, that's a good thing. I mean, you want him to come back, and you want his family to come back, and you want to build a reputation, and you want to build a relationship, and that's how you build your business. It's not by this. You don't go the other route. So anyway, all right, guys. So I guess I've taken up enough of your time tonight. Let's see what time we got right now. 8:30. Oops, kind of went over the limit. That's okay. All right. Meanwhile, guys, anything else I can think about that? Damn, I wish I had my comments on, because I can't really shout out to you guys. But anyway, long story short, feel free to share this video anywhere you want to. Comment it on as much as you want. Thumbs up it, thumbs down. I don't really care. Whatever you want to do. I just love it all. And we'll be back next Tuesday night. We will also be I'll be in North Carolina for 2 or 3 days, so I'm not going to be around. But good luck with everything. And Mr. Rick Dyer, I'm going to give you some good advice like you gave me. Instead of worrying about stealing, or let's say, what is that called when you, what is that called? Clickbait. Instead of trying to clickbait other people's business names or anything like that, which I get it, it's all right. Instead of doing that, just do something right. Treat people right. Do the best thing you can do for them. Let your business grow a little bit. Get known for being a good guy. Don't be proud of being a crook or a scam artist. People don't like that. People don't want anything to do with it. You think it's cool. You think it's funny. You think it is. It's not. Nobody wants anything to do with that. These are people that work for a living, whether it's the dealers or the people that are buying. They don't have money to give you. They don't have time to lose this. They're working their ass off to get somewhere in life. And instead of trying to scam people and trying to make money on stupid shit like this, why don't you just go to work and sell some cars? And if you're going to get on the internet and you're going to do YouTube, make a name for yourself. Do it. Not a problem. Just do it. Anyway, good luck, Mr. Bigfoot guy, and nothing but love and peace from the RVA. I'm going to see you, baby.